What football player is finding love in music?
And which celebrity is now a Barbie?
Making Kent feel like Hollywood. This is the Blurb. Welcome back. I'm your cold brew king, Rocco Grassi.
And I'm your pumpkin chai princess, Alex Thompson. And last week was a big one for Swiftie rumors.
Do you actually like pumpkin spice?
Pumpkin spice? No, but chai. Obsessed with it.
Love the pumpkin chai with the foam.
It's so delicious. It's so delicious. Well, starting off tonight, rumors of Taylor Swift dating football player Travis Kelce have been the big talk around the internet. Taylor's been seen cheering on Kansas City's Chiefs player Travis Kelce recently with celebrities such as Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and Sophie Turner. While the rumors sway towards dating, a source told People magazine that they are, quote, still just getting to know each other. He's focusing on football like he always has. During the NFL season, his priority is the Chiefs and it's all about the team, end quote. The rumors began after the two were seen at games together and even seen driving through the streets in an open-roof car. I don't know about you, but that seems like a getaway car to me.
I love it. They're really cute together.
They're really cute.
Yes. Well, Stevie Nicks officially has a Barbie doll in her likeness. She says she's taken about 500,000 pictures of her Barbie dressed in her iconic 1977 Rumors cover photo outfit. She says Mattel reached out in March about creating a music signature series, Barbie, to join the ranks of Tina Turner, Elton John, Gloria Estefan, and David Bowie, who all have their own Barbie dolls.
I really want a Harry Styles Barbie doll. It'll come soon, just not now.
No, it'll happen.
But speaking of using appearances, Tom Hanks' young likeness is starring in a dental plan advertisement without the actor's permission. Hanks shared a warning on Instagram on Sunday, alerting his followers about the AI-generated photo, which he wrote he had, quote, nothing to do with it, end quote. Hanks has been outspoken about the challenges AI poses for the industry, and the use of actors' digital likenesses is one of the main points of concern voiced by striking SAG-AFTRA workers. And they're actually currently negotiating, and hopefully we have more updates soon.
Hearing stuff like that just makes me feel like comfortable.
Yeah, it's really icky.
It's like Black Mirror episode. Well, 27 years after Tupac Shakur's drive-by shooting in Las Vegas and decades of conspiracies with no arrest, this last Friday, the Las Vegas police finally announced the arrest of a suspect, Dwayne Keith Davis, one of 4 people thought to have been in the white Cadillac that pursued Shakur on September 7, 1996. Dwayne Keith Davis, former gang leader, was indicted by a grand jury on a murder charge, which surprised few after he wrote a 2019 self-published memoir, quote, Compton Street Legend, end quote, boasting about his involvement as an eyewitness to the shooting. Best wishes to Shakur's family and friends who have waited nearly 30 years for justice for his murder.
It's really crazy that it's taken this much time for justice to come, but thankfully it has. And well, don't go anywhere, because after the break, we'll be talking about some of the biggest new releases in music. Welcome back! September has been a huge month for music, and we're here to talk about some of the big releases throughout the last few months, and some releases that are coming out soon.
Ooh,
Excited.
I'm so excited. No, there's been so much good new music. I know we had a whole discussion previously about Olivia Rodrigo, but I'm still on that kick. But like, there's so much good stuff coming.
I've been keeping everyone updated with everything. So.
Yes, you have. Rocco has for sure. Firstly, I love this man to death. Edward Christopher Sheeran dropped his recent album, Autumn Variations. What do we think?
I haven't listened to it yet, but
I've heard some songs, so this is your thing, girl.
Okay, it's really good. I will say, I am someone that does prefer Ed's older music, which I feel like is a pretty common thing. Like, a lot of people love his older stuff. And he has the studio version, which just recently came out. But he also did the craziest thing, and I'm so jealous that I was not a participant of this. And the album is inspired by something that came out like a lot longer ago, maybe like the 70s, or if not like later. An album called Enigma Variations, where it was a composer who made 14 different tracks inspired by 14 random people in his life, but no one knows who the tracks were inspired by, hence the name Enigma Variations, which is why this is Autumn Variations. And so Ed took inspiration from 14 of his friends and wrote songs about them. And in order to sort of like keep this whole like mystery 14 individual thing going, he went to 14 random fans' house, who I guess were like on some email list or whatever, and they were told that they were going to be, that a special piece of merchandise was going to be delivered to them, and so they had to give them their address, and it was Ed Sheeran performing a song off his new album at these people's houses, and he just recently, I think yesterday, came out with the living room edition of his album, which I think sounds better than the original because it's more acoustic, and I like Ed's acoustic
that's so
stuff.
crazy. I didn't know any of this.
Yeah.
Pretty special piece of merchandise. You know?
It's a really good piece of merchandise.
I saw that tweet. I saw the tweet about the living room thing where he was talking about how he wanted to like make it like a special way to have like a live like acoustic type of sound.
Yeah,
so I think
it's
that's really
so
cool.
gorgeous.
That's really cool.
It's so gorgeous.
That's
If you
that
haven't,
intrigues me so much.
it's so cool. If you haven't listened to the tracks, I suggest starting with Magical. I think American Town is really good too. Magical American Town, and I'm also gonna say The Day I Was Born.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll for sure check
Yeah,
that out.
I have to check that out now. That intrigued me. You sold that really well.
Thank you.
Another big release was Doja Cat's Scarlet.
Yes.
I know we have some opinions on that.
Okay, she's crazy. She's crazy, and I love it, and I can't get enough of it. The song titles, weird, so strange, but like it makes you click on them. Like she has this almost like a clickbait ability to her. Where
Yeah.
you just have to know what's going on with her. Like I sat and listened through the entire album with my boyfriend because we would just like, what could a song titled this possibly be?
Right.
Like there's just so many like questions with her. But also she's bringing back like more like standard rap. Because I
Yeah.
know she kind of went into very pop, especially with Planet Her.
Yeah.
And even Hot Pink was very poppy kind of rap.
Right.
But this is very like rap and it's good. Like
Cool.
she's got some bars in there. Like
Cool.
it is pretty good.
I was big on all the lead singles, like even like Agora Hills.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a really fun like album.
I
to
like
listen
the
to.
music video for Agora Hills.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
feels very much so like something Petra Collins would create.
Yeah.
But
She's
she worked
just-
with Hannah Lux Davis, who did a lot of Ariana's big
Okay.
stuff.
She's got some weird things going on. Like I don't know. I'm just so intrigued by her, and I feel like in 3 years she's gonna come out with this like statement or
She's
a
gonna do, like,
documentary or something about
Right.
like why I went crazy. Like it's like her Miley Cyrus phase, you know?
Right.
Like she's going through a thing, but I'm so here for it.
Right. I know you're really excited for this next one.
Mitski was a really big one for me. It was so good. It's a phenomenal piece, and I was shocked when she released it because it comes almost a year after her previous album, which was like Laurel Hell. So it just jumped out of nowhere, and it has this really pretty like cowboy-esque sound to it, like
Oh,
almost like a
nice.
Lord Huron's last album. How that
Okay.
sounds, like a lot of like wavy guitars, which I really loved about
Interesting.
it. The biggest song on there was My Love, Mine All Mine, which is this really pretty like love song, and I just it's so good. It's
See,
phenomenal.
I need to get into Mitski.
That's fair. No, it's
like
fair.
I
It takes
need
time.
to get into her, but I've heard that this new stuff's a little different. So
Yeah.
like for people that are like kind of scared to like dive in, it might be a
Yeah.
good way like to segue into
No,
her.
absolutely. It's very different from Laurel Hell because Laurel Hell focused a lot on like the pop aspect of things, and then
Okay.
this album touches more on just like more somber. It's just kind of her exploring her music. So I
Cool.
really like that.
I'll have to check it out for
Yeah,
sure.
this makes me really like excited to listen to more
Yeah.
Yeah.
new stuff.
I did want to mention because I saw this was really coming out yesterday. Daft Punk. Yeah, I know they've been disbanded recently, but they also had the 10-year anniversary of Random Access Memories come out, and they're also releasing a drumless edition of the album, which apparently like changes like the sound of it because they're big on like their dubstep sound. So I think
Yeah.
it'll be kind of
That would be really interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
Because drums are so sort of like they're the basis for
Yeah,
every
really
song that you really
fundamental.
listen
So
to.
when you
Yeah.
remove them, it's a completely different sound.
That's
Especially,
really-
like, right. No,
Like
but-
EDM, like you said, like house music, it's a
okay.
like it's
okay.
Right.
boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. That's gonna be really interesting to
I'm
listen
very
to.
interested to hear it.
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to check that out.
And my personal favorite is Troye Sivan. He's been releasing a bunch of new singles. Big one was Rush that came out. That was a big like kind of
So
European
good.
house sound. Ugh,
So good.
being in Florence
I feel like I'm
listening
in
to that.
Prague. You were in Florence?
Yes,
Prague?
when it came out,
Oh, that's
blasting it,
so
running around.
That would
perfect.
be-
I'm so jealous.
That was
I'm
so good.
so jealous.
And we have his newer single "Got Me Started," which was a
Yeah,
really
he
fun.
had a
little-
really fun sample.
Yeah, and he's inspired by, I believe, an Asian love story. I don't remember specifically, but it was really pretty with the music video. And I am very excited for this album. It's called "We All Have Something to Give Each Other," which is a really like fun little just play of like how we all like have something just like to give each other.
That is
Obviously.
very fun.
So I'm very excited for that one.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have just a couple bonus round singles of things that are coming out. We have the Bleachers with Modern Girl, which is like this fun little like 80s kind of sound. and stuff like that. AJR was released, and
I never knew Jack Antonoff was in Bleachers.
Yeah.
I have a few of their songs saved, and then I just saw a clip of, I think their newest release, and they like shot the music video. It looks all grainy, it's live. And I was like, I did not know that man was in that band.
I know, because I knew him from Fun before Bleachers, and then
He was in Fun?
He was, yeah.
Okay, this is giving me
he's
a
crazy.
lot more musical
Yeah, he's
context.
crazy.
That's
Well, speaking
insane.
of him, 9 Taylor's version is coming out soon as well.
Yes.
Very
I feel like
exciting.
if anyone's gonna mention Taylor Swift, it's me. Which she has 7 tracks on that?
Absolutely.
7 vault tracks.
Absolutely, and I'm
super
sure we'll be
exciting.
talking a lot about that.
Oh, yeah.
This is coming up soon, but don't go anywhere, because right after the break, we'll be talking about some less favorable casting choices.
Hollywood has a history of casting actors to play roles that they are questionably fit for. Cisgender straight actors playing LGBTQ+ characters, white actors playing a different race, and unfortunately much more. Today we're wondering, is it ethical for actors to play a role that isn't aligned with who they are physically as a person?
Tricky.
So I'm sure you guys off the top of your head could think of a lot of examples, but one really recently is Bradley Cooper in the film Maestro. It actually premieres tonight at a film festival, I want to say in New York, but it premieres tonight, and in it he plays a Jewish man. The biggest issue with this is that he uses a prosthetic nose. That's what caused a lot of controversy on the internet, because do you have to, you're physically changing your appearance in order, and you're kind of feeding into a
look
stereotype
yeah.
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
know that either.
and Jake Gyllenhaal came out and talked, because Jake Gyllenhaal, I believe, is Jewish, which is why he was contributing to this conversation. He was talking about how the character he plays, I'm not sure, I know it's a biopic of some sorts, was a dream role or something like that, and how he was you should have just casted a Jewish person rather than casting someone who's not Jewish and then sticking
That's
a prosthetic nose on them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it can even be not argued, but you can almost understand it to a sense until they get. I didn't know the
prosthetic nose.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That's insane.
Because
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know about that at all.
Yeah. Because
That really threw me off. I didn't know we were gonna start with something like that. That's crazy.
I know. I saw your jaw drop. You were like,
right.
I heard that there was this Maestro movie coming out.
Yeah.
I've heard, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just
Because-
so icky.
Yeah, when it comes to can a non-Jewish actor play a Jewish character, that's one conversation. But then, it's the prosthetic nose is
a
what
com-
elevates this
it's a
to
completely
a bad
different-
situation to something
Right.
so much worse. It's nuts.
yeah.
I don't think that's excusable.
Because I think it's one thing if they cast him and he's not Jewish,
Right.
but it's a
Because
whole other thing if they're like, oh,
'Cause
let's give
it's-
you a prosthetic nose.
Because it
Like,
depends too.
I don't necessarily think it's a physical thing.
yeah.
But then you're leading into that stereotype and
Yeah.
Right.
adding a prosthetic nose.
Right.
And I think too it has to do with if you're leaning in towards the ethnicity or just
Right.
the religion.
Right. Right.
Because
Yeah.
there are
that's
some
true.
people who are Jewish.
Converted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was absolutely no reason to do that. I
Right.
couldn't
Right.
even, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Are you guys ready to talk about the next one?
I am. I'm scared now.
Okay.
but okay.
So this is another sort of physical characteristic. The film The Hate You Give. Have you guys seen it?
Yes.
So The Hate You Give is a book adaptation starring Amanda Stenberg. And the issue with this is that if you look at the cover of the book, it is a dark-skinned black woman with 4C, big curly hair, and cute little fro. Obviously, Amanda Stenberg, as talented as she is not a dark-skinned black woman.
Very true.
If you look at just films historically, there is a really popular trend of colorism and lighter-skinned actresses being able to take roles of darker-skinned actresses. But this specifically caused a lot of controversy because it is a book adaptation. You see who the author was envisioning while she was writing this book. That feeds into the story. So yeah, she was my next example.
I hadn't read the book.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that was a thing.
Right.
But now I know. And I think that it would, I think that, how do I word this? The way, I guess I see your point about whatever lighter skinned actresses getting parts that I think were would probably have been better written for more darker-skinned actresses.
Right.
Because I feel like, especially with what the whole plot is about,
Exactly,
it makes
yeah.
so much more sense.
Colorism is something that like we've talked about it in some of my classes before, and it's very prevalent across so many different races.
Yeah.
It's this like idea that you have to be as close as white to possible if you're not.
To make the film more
Yes.
palatable and more.
Crazy. Like
yeah.
I think we're in an age now where people need to just suck it up. Like, this is how the story was wrote. You follow the story. The story is important as it is. The cover was made that way for a reason. The character was described that way for a reason. I
Right.
don't know.
There's an even crazier example that I didn't specifically put on here about Zoe Saldana was in a biopic about Nina Simone, who's a dark-skinned black woman. Zoe Saldana is not, and she played the role in blackface. Yeah. so
That's
there's that.
news to me. That's crazy. I didn't know that was the
There's
thing.
that.
Yeah.
But moving on from sort of like race and, well, physical appearances, I guess.
Yeah.
Darren Criss. Darren Criss is mainly known for his roles in Glee, The Assassination of Gianni Versace, and I will say, like, these are both great performances. However, because of his roles, a lot of people think he's gay. He's not. So, since this isn't like a physical thing, this makes the question a little more interesting because it's like, you can't see that this person isn't fitting the qualifications or like fitting into what they're playing necessarily. So I just wondered what you guys thought about this.
See, don't get me wrong, I love Glee. I love Glee, and I did not watch Assassination of Gianni Versace.
I do recommend it. It's a really phenomenal show.
Because wasn't it the same people that did The People versus O.J. Simpson?
I don't know.
I think it was the same.
I do not know
Anyways,
that.
I think that there are certain roles. I think that gay roles
Yeah.
should be played by gay actors.
Right.
Like, and I don't think that a lot of it, because I think it was Darren Criss that said that he wouldn't play a gay role again.
He did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
came
didn't-
out
he-
with that. I didn't hear
Yeah.
that.
Because I saw where he made some tweet or something where he was like, I don't want to play a gay role again.
Yeah. I believe maybe he was in the Netflix original Hollywood as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was another Ryan Murphy thing, I think.
Okay, so I think all of these have been Ryan Murphy. Yeah.
Most of it, yeah, because that's also a trend that follows in American Horror Story that Ryan Murphy does,
okay.
where they have straight actors playing gay characters, and I definitely think that that's a trend that a lot of people tend to follow, and I
Yeah.
don't necessarily think it's a lot of times like the actors' faults.
Right.
Oh, absolutely not.
Just like casting departments and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially with something that like, I think once again, like I think devil's advocate, you know, like you have to kind of think about that sometimes. If there's just a character and they just are gay, that's different than if you're telling the story of a struggle of
agree.
a gay person.
I agree, because you don't want it to come across as like tokenism
Right?
yes.
in a sense, and being like,
and I mean, I still feel
Yeah.
like that it's situational, but
Yeah.
I think overall, like I feel like it's just not hard
to just cast
to
a
just
gay
cast
actor.
a gay actor.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially in Darren Criss's situation, when it's like you are known and you have
Yes.
profited off of being gay.
yes.
I think that's the biggest issue with that.
Right.
Yeah.
But moving on, Maddie Ziegler. This was really controversial, but I feel like not a lot of people still talk about this. She was in Sia's film Music, where initially it talks about a sibling relationship, an older and a younger sister, and the older sister is navigating being her younger sister's caretaker, my apologies, who's on the autism spectrum. An autistic actress was initially casted for this role, however, was fired for being too difficult to work with. And Maddie Ziegler,
Was
yeah.
yeah.
I know Maddie has come out saying that she really regrets taking the role.
Yeah. That's not.
And I've heard, I haven't seen the film. I have no intentions of watching it because it just feels like a whole.
It feels
It
wrong.
feels
Especially when you know the context behind the actress.
Yeah.
Like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
This whole conversation is like uncomfortable. It's supposed to be,
Yeah.
right? But when you're talking about, you did the right thing, right? Like they hired an autistic actor.
Right.
You fired them, and then just decided to scratch your like morals about it.
Right.
Like that's where once again, I just don't understand like how it's that difficult.
Right.
See, that's baffling to me because you're gonna make a movie about an autistic girl.
Yeah.
And you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be like, oh, you're too difficult, bye. We're
Right.
replacing
It's
you with a
crazy.
non-autistic person.
Really
Like, that's-
quickly, to get into our last one, Eddie Redmayne, famously known for being Newt Scamander in Fantastic Beasts, that franchise, played a transgender woman in The Danish Girl. Really acclaimed film. It got nominated for lots of big awards, but he is a cisgender actor playing a transgender woman.
I have not actually seen The Danish Girl. I have, however, seen pictures
Yeah.
of him playing said role.
Yeah.
And I think at this point, like, I like Eddie Redmayne, don't get me wrong, but just hire an actual trans woman.
Right.
Like, don't just have this cisgender man playing the role. You know what I mean?
And he's come out and said that he
Yes,
really
I was
regrets
gonna
playing
say,
the role.
yeah.
And I actually had to read an article for this recently, and he's done a lot of work for like advocacy and everything. So it's like he understands what he did wrong, and he is taking the steps forward to sort of remedy his mistake, which
Right.
is good, which is nice to see.
There's such
But,
complex issues that seem to have such a simple answer.
yeah, don't take the role.
See,
Yeah.
Hire someone else.
I think there's a trend of, like what we're talking about, like the hate you give conversation.
Yeah.
I think that there's a trend of, not just with that, but with also transgender and gay actors.
Yeah.
Of them completely overlooking actors who actually fit the role.
I agree. And hopefully Hollywood fixes this issue soon.
Yeah.
Well, after all of this heavy subject matter, we need a palate cleanser. So stay tuned because we'll be talking about some of this good in the celebrity workforce right after the break.
Now, after that roller coaster that was the last block, I think we need a little bit of a palate cleanser. So there are so many celebrities that we know and that we love, and we just love to love them, and they're just unproblematic. Also, I would like to publicly apologize if this ages badly and if one of these celebrities are canceled after this, but I seriously doubt it, because these people are amazing, in my opinion, and I hope in yours. So to start off, Hank and John Green, two brothers, iconic. So they're both amazing authors, and Hank Green, so he was recently diagnosed with cancer, and he was literally taking the time while he was battling chemotherapy and battling the cancer to educate the public on what he was going through, like saying, oh, like, so this is my day. By the way, he's in remission. Amazing. But him and his brother also created the Awesome Socks Club, which features independent artists every month and donates 100% of their profits to charity. And the socks are ethically sourced, which another amazing feat too. He also created Crash Course and a SciShow as a fun way for people to learn about a variety of high school curriculum, and it's no cost to them. And John Green spoke at the United Nations last week at a tuberculosis summit and vlogged it as much as he could.
See, I love that he's been like documenting and like answering a lot of questions about his cancer on TikTok, because I think it's really easy for like you hear like celebrities and they get like, if even like a lot of times like you don't hear anything about it, or like they don't get diagnosed, which is like but when you do hear about it, it's cool to like remember that these people are also human, that have like that they aren't just like some like super demigod, and that it's a really cool thing to have some like such a platform to talk about like scary things that nobody really wants to talk about. And I think it's really it's a really good thing to hear about that and just kind of be seeing that.
Trying to be, it's always good to be. It's good to be vulnerable, but not too vulnerable. That way your fans, that way the people that look up to you can still relate to you.
Also, I always forget that he made Crash Course, and how many times that has saved my butt throughout high school.
They're both
Shout
icons.
out to Crash Course.
Crash Course.
Shout out to the Green brothers, honestly.
Love it.
Yeah. But another very unproblematic celeb, Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
So he does a ton for charity, and he also runs a children's foundation for impoverished kids, which, like, how could you not, like, you're beautiful, Keanu. Like, I doubt he's watching this, but if he is, you're beautiful. So what do you guys
I love it. I'm glad that I can like
too.
look up Keanu Reeves and
Yeah.
not see any like Twitter topics about
Oh
like
my
how bad he
gosh.
is.
Yeah.
Or like when you always just see him like with like he's just a dude you see with a puppy and you're like
Yeah.
he's not gonna do anything bad. He's clear.
He's an icon.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, like everyone that we're discussing today are icons, but like the one that. Well, oh,
No, please. Oh my gosh. No, I'm sorry.
I'm too excited.
Sorry.
about
I know. I also with Keanu Reeves. I think it's funny
Yeah.
that he can like play characters like John Wick and like all those crazy things, and then
Yeah.
come out of those and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
like go help
And-
these kids. Like, I love that.
the meme with him too.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that was beautiful.
You're beautiful. I love
You're
it.
beautiful.
Right.
You're beautiful.
You're
Anyway,
beautiful.
sorry. You wanted to.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Any thoughts, Cole?
You guys just mentioned all my thoughts basically. We think
Okay.
alike about all these guys, which is great.
One brain cell just going around.
Yeah.
basically.
The one brain cell's working overtime. But anyway, next up is Dolly Parton. And Dolly we trust. I adore this woman. She, like, whew. What can I say about Dolly Parton? So she started a book subscription service called Imagination Library, where she mails free children's books to kids who register once a month. Like, that is amazing in its own right, but like also I'm pretty sure like it's until they like turn 18 too. Like, so like imagine like it's like Santa Claus, but like every month, but it's Dolly Parton.
Who is pretty much Santa Claus, you know? You
Yeah.
love to hear it. I love it.
Dolly
Comes around
Parton
every
is Santa
on the
Claus.
25th of December, gives you a good album.
No, literally.
I love it. I love Dolly Parton. I mean, I haven't like looked specifically into like her goodies, but you just know she's a good person. And like,
Yeah.
I'm going to Nashville this week, so hopefully Dolly Parton Land will be on the
you
the
going
radar.
to Dollywood?
Dollywood, is that what it's called? Sorry,
it's
Dollywood.
Dollywood.
You are so lucky. You are very lucky.
You want to go to Dollywood?
Come with me. Let's go right now. So,
Okay. Well, another celebrity that I love, Jack Black. So he's such a silly, goofy little guy, but he also fought for plus-sized representation in School of Rock too, which is iconic.
aw.
But like, okay, Jack Black is the type of dude that like if I was abducted in like an alien spaceship and he was just walking around, I would think that's normal because he's just a silly, goofy little guy.
He's just everywhere.
He's just like, oh, classic Jack Black.
He's a sweetheart. There was a lot of like really good that came from School of Rock.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I need to go back and watch School of Rock again.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Have you either of you seen the Mario movie?
Yes.
I've seen day one
Day
in
one?
the theater.
Ooh.
Best musical.
I saw when they had it
Fire,
up
fire.
on the K. You're right.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
I loved it.
He showed up to the premiere of that dressed as Bowser.
I did see. Yes, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I
Oh my
remember he did
gosh.
dress as Bowser.
Wow.
love that
I
man
love
so
him.
much.
That's great.
Can he adopt me? I'm 23. Can Jack Black adopt me? Anyway.
I mean, sounds like a fine enough concept.
You good, Rocco?
Yeah, dude, I'm great. I love it.
Anyway. Next up, Pedro Pascal. Yes, he's like America's sweetheart right now, but he is also doing a ton for like representation because he's from Chile. So like he's constantly talking about like representation, and he like does interviews in English and in Spanish too. So like trying to like put that more into the mainstream, but also like there's a lot I could say about Pedro Pascal, but not on air. I'm kidding. Joking.
I hate to keep being the dead horse of, oh, I mean, they're just such a good person. Like, but like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
they are. I mean,
Yeah.
I love it because you don't even like have to know specifically like these like like very slight details.
Yeah.
You just kind of like know because I mean, I guess because there's like not much that you hear about him that's bad. So it's
Yeah.
just like, I love it. I love it.
What are your guys' favorite thing that he's in?
I know him from I forget the show. It's a Netflix original. It's about Narcos. I knew him from
yeah,
Narcos.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of people started off with him on Narcos, but then he became the Mandalorian and then The Last of Us, and it just last is history. I
love
don't
it.
know. But next up, Julie Andrews. Oh my word, this woman.
Love Billy Andrews.
This woman, I love her so much. So, fun fact, she was chosen for Mary Poppins, right? But so Walt Disney approached her for the role, and she was like heavily pregnant at the time, and she's like, Mr. Disney, I can't do this role for you right now. I'm pregnant. He said, "We'll wait." He's like, "We'll wait for you," like, because that's just how much of that's how much of an icon she is. Sorry, breathe, I'm fine.
I can't say I personally don't know as much about her. I'm just learning about this now. What else has she, like, do you know what else she's done?
So she was Mary Poppins. She was in The Sound of Music.
Okay.
She was in The Princess Diaries too. She was like the Queen in The Princess Diaries.
Okay.
Yeah, like she's been in a lot. But yeah, there's so many like beautiful celebrities that we know and love here. Brendan Fraser, like, I could go on forever.
I love it. I'm glad that we have enough people that like that we can just talk about that are like so good and that just give you that warm feeling. So
Speaking of warm and fuzzy feeling, I hope you have a warm and fuzzy feeling after talking about these amazing celebrities. Hopefully you guys have worked on your impressions though, because when we come back, our cast is doing their best at an impressions game with a twist.
Welcome to the Impressions game, where some of our cast will watch other cast members act out famous movie scenes while doing random impressions. The contestants will have to guess the impressions and the movie in order to gain the most points to win the game. So, are you guys ready?
No.
So, I think, who do we have up first? We had Anne-Marie and Hayden up first.
Okay.
So, just pick whatever impression you guys want to do. Are you guys over there already at the desk?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Are you Joe or are you Lori?
Who do you want to be?
I'll do Joe.
Okay, Slay.
Didn't
Okay.
you just give it
No,
away?
no, I didn't. I didn't.
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
You did, but it's okay. That's
You
all right.
literally
Just
did.
for
You
fun.
just
Okay,
said
it's
it
okay.
just
Go ahead.
wasn't-
Go ahead. It's okay.
I mean, I'm
They
Joe
still-
Bajorkman.
They still have to guess the impressions, so.
Yeah,
Clearly I know what I'm doing. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, Meg married Amy off to Europe. Now that you're a graduate, you'll be off on a long holiday. I'm not good like Beth, so I'm angry and restless.
You don't have to stay here.
Why? Should we run off and join a pirate ship?
No, please,
I don't think Anne-Marie is. Oh, wait.
No.
please don't.
It's just Joe and Lori.
I think I got it.
God, I love cheating.
Am I supposed
Wait,
to?
I don't think we can show it yet. I don't think we can show it yet.
Are we still
okay.
going?
It's okay. Finish the scene. Why not?
Okay.
We? Okay.
We can.
No, we don't. Oh.
I've loved
I was
you
gonna say
ever
Marge.
since I've known you. I couldn't help it. You've been so good to me. I've tried to show it, but you
I have
wouldn't
two
let
options
me.
for Anne-Marie's. I'm not sure.
No. Now I'm going to make you hear and give me a long answer because I can't go on like this any longer.
Oh, I wanted to save you from this. I thought you'd understand.
I've worked hard to please you, and I gave up billiards and everything you didn't like. And waited and never complained, for I hoped you'd love me, though I'm not half good enough.
Oh, yes, you are. You're a great deal too good.
I think we can guess. I feel like we can guess.
sorry.
So,
I must have peeked there.
what? Everybody,
Should we
raise
flip?
up your whiteboards. What's the movie and who are the characters?
Oh, we have to say the characters. Oh, the characters are the impressions.
Yeah.
Okay, the impressions.
Yes.
I can't quite read them, and I
Should
don't
we
know if
read
I can
them
go
off?
off camera. So could you guys please read them for me?
The film is Little Women. I'm assuming it's the one directed by Greta Gerwig because it's iconic. Hayden, I said you were Jennifer Coolidge. Anne-Marie, I said you were either Toad or Yoshi.
Don't just.
Okay. Eric, what do you think?
Panicked.
The movie is Little Woman, and it sounded like Marge Simpson for Anne Marie, but I think the characters are Joe and Lori. I think.
so wrong. It's so funny.
Well, I
Maybe
know,
do better impressions. I don't know.
So
Wait, what did you say? You said it was
confused.
Are we guessing what characters you guys are playing or
Yeah.
who you're impersonating?
the impersonators.
Okay.
What
so,
the impressions? Sorry.
Okay. So
Okay.
my Jennifer Coolidge and Yoshi was fine.
Yeah, Hayden was obviously Jennifer Coolidge.
Obviously.
I guess not. Yeah.
And I think Anne-Marie, well, if it wasn't Jennifer Coolidge, then he needs to go to school. And Anne-Marie was Mickey Mouse. I just came up with that on the spot because I was confused about the game, but now I understand.
Your handwriting's so cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's going on? Who are you guys?
Do we reveal them?
Yeah,
Yes,
you can
you
reveal
do.
it.
Let's keep this thing going.
So the movie was in fact Little Women.
Slay.
Shocker.
Hayden was in fact Jennifer Coolidge,
Slay.
and Anne Marie was in fact Mickey Mouse.
Slay.
I thought I was Toad.
Look at
Oh,
One minute.
Wait.
Did I put Toad on the list?
How did you guess that when that wasn't what she was going for? What?
Wait. Anne Marie, were you Toad or were you Mickey Mouse? 'Cause
I
this
was
changes
trying to
things.
do Toad.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I lost the list.
Do I get that? Because I said Toad / Yoshi. Toad was on there first.
okay, I'll give it to you guys.
I'm so
I
sorry.
put Toad
All
on
right,
there
let's
first. I put
let's
Yoshi,
go right to
Yoshi
the
as a
next
safety.
scene.
I think,
with,
I
who
think
is
that you
this?
should still
Wait,
win.
okay.
Let's go right to the next scene with Coleman and Hayden.
Oh, I'm doing it again? Oh, okay.
You did a great job last time, babe.
You did. You killed it.
Don't listen to their wives.
Oh, am I going first?
Would you like to?
Sure.
Okay.
It's getting quiet.
Just a few more minutes. It'll take them a while to get the boat organized.
I don't know about you, but I intend to write a strongly worded letter to the White Star Line all about this.
I love you.
No, don't say your goodbyes. Don't give up. Don't do it.
I'm so cold.
You're going to get out of this. You're going to go on and you're going to make babies and watch them grow, and you're not going to die an old lady warm in your bed. Not here, not this night. Do you understand me?
I can't feel
We'll
my
allow this.
body.
Listen to me. Listen. Winning that ticket was the best thing that has ever happened to me.
It brought me to you, and I'm thankful.
What?
Okay. All right. Let's do. Let's.
Same person.
What's everybody's guesses? Alex, we'll start with you.
What was it? Well, so characters. Are we guessing characters first?
Yeah. What impressions they were doing? Yes.
I have no idea. It's country, so I'm saying Billy Ray Cyrus.
Slay.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
I don't know.
I was betting
That's all I got.
Elvis for the.
Oh, that's a good
Hayden.
one.
Like old Elvis, like banana and peanut butter Elvis. Late stage Elvis. Yeah, that's what my aim is.
You know what, period.
I didn't get the movie. I was thinking it was Interstellar.
Well,
I was
it's-
really off.
When you guys both said Titanic,
Yeah.
Yep.
it was in fact Titanic.
How
was
did I
way
know
off.
that?
How did I know that?
Genuinely? How did I
I think
know
it was
that?
the ticket. I feel like
It
it
was
was
the ticket.
I was thinking it was Interstellar and it was Matthew McConaughey talking to his daughter.
So then,
But the daughter was the one that grew
Hayden-
old, so.
Hayden, what was your impression?
It was Elvis.
Oh, good.
Coleman, what was your impression?
Hey, old Kermit the
I had to
Frog
work it
here.
out for me.
What?
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog.
Was Coleman.
Oh.
I didn't
At
watch
least they
much-
got mine.
I
At least
didn't
I'm doing
I didn't
it
watch
right.
much Muppets growing up.
Yeah, I love the Muppets, but it's okay.
Literally, Anne-Marie did just 10,000 times better.
Yeah, but you know what? It's all right.
You should have given Anne-Marie.
So let's kick right back into it with let's do push
Do like
like
one line.
Unfortunately, this is the end of our show for tonight, but thank you so much for tuning in. And be sure to follow us on Instagram at TV2 The Blurb and TikTok at TV2. We'll see you before next week for more celebrity. Have a great night.